Nigeria's biggest opposition party is fighting itself, and today, a court may decide who controls it. On one side are powerful PDP governors. On the other side are loyalists of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Both sides claim they are the real leaders of the party. But here is the real question many Nigerians are asking. How did the People's Democratic Party become so divided that a court now has to decide its leadership? Because this case may not just decide who leads the PDP, it could shape the future of Nigerians' opposition and even affect the 2027 elections. In this video, we will break down the crisis, the secret political battle inside the party, and what could happen next. But before we continue, please like this video, subscribe and join the conversation in the comments. Now, let's start with what really happened. The Court of Appeal in Abuja is preparing to deliver a major judgment on the leadership crisis inside the People's Democratic Party, also known as the PDP. For months now, the party has been divided into two rival camps. One faction is backed by several PDP governors. This group supports a leadership team led by senior lawyer Tanimu Turaki. The other faction is backed by allies of Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. They support a critical leadership led by Mohammed Abdurrahman. Both groups say they are the legitimate leaders of the party. Both groups went to court, and now the Court of Appeal is expected to decide which leadership is valid. But the crisis did not start in court. It started inside the party itself. At first glance, this may look like a simple party dispute, but the truth is much bigger. The PDP is Nigeria's main opposition party. If the party is weak or divided, it affects the balance of power in the country. Strong opposition parties help democracy work. They question government decisions. They give voters alternative choice. But when the opposition is fighting itself, it becomes harder to challenge the ruling party. That is why this court case is important. It is not just about party leadership. It is about the future of Nigeria's political competition. Now let's look at how this crisis actually began. In November, the PDP held a national convention in Ibadan. During that convention, party members elected a new national working committee. The governors supported this convention. They also supported Tanimu Turaki as the new national chairman. But not everyone agreed with the process. A rival group loyal to Nyesom Wike rejected the convention. They said the process violated party rules, the Electoral Act, and even the Nigerian Constitution. So what did they do? They created a 13-member critical committee. This committee appointed Mohammed Abdurrahman as acting national chairman and Samuel Anyanwu as acting national secretary. Now, there were two leadership structures, two headquarters, two sets of officials claiming power, and that is when the situation became explosive. Here is something many people may not realize. This political fight actually turned physical. In November 2025, both factions tried to hold meetings at the PDP national headquarters in Abuja. The building is known as Wadata Plaza. Supporters from both sides arrived. Tension quickly rose. Arguments started, then chaos followed. Reports say the situation became violent. Security agencies had to step in. Soon after, the Nigeria police sealed the entire party secretariat, and to this day, the headquarters has remained closed. Think about that for a moment. Nigeria's largest opposition party cannot even access its own national office. That shows how deep this crisis has become. Once the conflict reached this level, the next stop was inevitable. The courts. Several lawsuits were filed. Some party members asked the court to stop the convention that produced the Turaki leadership. Others challenged the legality of the convention itself. There were also a case involving the police closure of the party headquarters. Even former Governor Sulu Lamido went to court. At one point, a judge ordered the Electoral Commission INEC not to recognize any PDP convention that excluded him. Eventually, the Court of Appeal decided to combine these cases, and that is the judgment everyone is waiting for today. But here is the part nobody's talking about enough. This crisis could seriously affect Nigerians' next elections. Let's explain why. The Independent National Electoral Commission has already released the timetable for the 2027 election. According to INEC, party primaries will begin in April 2026. That means political parties must decide their candidates soon. But if the PDP leadership continues, there is a big problem. Who will organize the primaries? Which leadership will submit candidate names? And will those candidates be legally recognized? If the courts later rule that the wrong leadership organized the primary, the consequences could be huge. Entire candidates could be disqualified, election results could be challenged, and voters could lose trust in the process. That is why this court judgment matters far beyond party politics. So what are the possible outcomes? There are three main scenarios. The first scenario is that if the court recognizes the Turaki-led leadership supported by the governors, if that happens, the party may move forward with a new national convention. While the second scenario is that if the court supports the caretaker committee backed by Wike allies, that could completely change the power structure inside the party. While the third scenario is that if the court gives a complicated ruling that sends the matter back for a further legal review, if that happens, the crisis could continue for months. And remember, the 2027 election timeline is already moving. Time is running. Nigeria's democracy depends on strong institutions. It also depends on strong political parties. But when a major opposition party is back in a legal and political battle like this, the consequences can affect the entire country. Now the big question is simple. Will this court ruling finally unite the PDP, or will it push the party deeper into crisis? What do you think? Will this decision change Nigerians' political future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more deep political investigation like this, like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification, because the next few months in Nigeria politics could change everything.